Aging is a reality that we all face, but we rarely contemplate it with hope and anticipation. Today I invite you to a transformative perspective on this universal journey. We are not just accumulating years, we are maturing, growing in wisdom, and moving towards a fullness that only time can bring. This inspiring view finds deep resonance in the writings of C.S. Lewis, the brilliant author, theologian, and professor who managed to translate the most complex spiritual truths into language that touches the heart. Lewis was not just an intellectual, he was a pilgrim who honestly shared his discoveries about faith, suffering, and joy. His words continue to illuminate our path, offering not just comfort, but a renewed vision of who we are and where we are heading. Life unfolds before us like a grand story filled with unexpected chapters. C.S. Lewis understood this deeply when he wrote in his letters that it is never too late to become what you might have been. This liberating truth reminds us that learning and growth have no expiration date. Lewis lived this in his own experience. He found romantic love at 58 and produced some of his most significant works in his later years. He teaches us that each phase brings its own discoveries, like doors opening to landscapes yet unexplored. This perspective resonates with the words of the prophet Isaiah. 43:19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Aging is not the end of the adventure, but a new territory to be explored with wisdom accumulated along the way. When we reflect on the passage of time, we realize that the years enrich us with something that no fortune can buy: lived experience. In Letters to Malcolm, Lewis noted that experience is a brutal teacher, but you learn, my God, how you learn. The hardships and joys we undergo not only mark us, but shape us. Every challenge overcome, every loss mourned, every celebration lived becomes part of the fabric of our wisdom. In an experiment in criticism, Lewis goes further by stating that experience, nearly all that we call experience, is really interpretation. This shows us that we not only live through moments, but continually derive meaning from them, transforming events into understanding. This acquired wisdom is precisely what younger generations need. As Proverbs 20:29 reminds us, the glory of young men is their strength, the splendor of old men is their gray hair. Our society needs to reclaim this vision of the elderly as bearers of invaluable treasure, wisdom that only time and reflection can provide. There is a crucial difference between aging physically and aging spiritually. Lewis captured this distinction in The Last Battle when he wrote, "The higher up you go, the further you see. The more you see, the more you love." Our capacity for wonder can remain as fresh as in childhood, regardless of our chronological age. In Surprised by Joy, Lewis shares how the capacity for awe and wonder is essential for a full life. The quality of wonder is the characteristic of man's existence as a man. When we keep this ability to be amazed, to ask questions, and to seek to understand the world around us alive, we stay young at heart, as Paul reminds us in 2 Corinthians 4:16-18. Therefore we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Each season of life brings with it a unique call. Lewis understood this when, after the death of his wife, he transformed his pain into a profound reflection that helped thousands in mourning. In A Grief Observed, he did not shy away from suffering, but delved into it and emerged with insights that illuminate the path for others. "I never knew that pain felt so like fear," he wrote, giving voice to what many feel but cannot articulate. This ability to transform experiences into service to others is one of the great purposes that reveal themselves as we age. As we approach the autumn and winter of life, we can see more clearly the larger pattern into which our story fits. As Psalm 92:14-15 reminds us, "They will still bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green, proclaiming, 'The Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no wickedness in him.'" The Christian vision of the beyond, so beautifully articulated by Lewis, offers us a transformative perspective on aging. In The Great Divorce, he presents the idea that eternity is not just an indefinite extension of time, but a quality of existence that we can already glimpse here. The autumn leaves are no less beautiful because they are dying soon, Lewis wrote, capturing the bittersweet beauty of temporal life in light of eternal hope. The Christian promise is not just a continuation of life, but a transfiguration. We will be ourselves, but more fully than we could ever be in this limited world. In The Four Loves, Lewis reflects, "You do not have a soul, you are a soul, you have a body." This distinction is crucial to understand that aging and even death are not the end of our story, but a transition, as Paul states in 1 Corinthians 15:42-43. "So will it be with the resurrection of the dead. The body that is sown is perishable, it is raised imperishable. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power." Biblical wisdom on aging is profound and multifaceted. In the Screwtape Letters, Lewis notes that humans are amphibians, half spirit and half animal. This dual nature explains many of our internal conflicts as we age. We feel the body weaken, while the spirit continues eager for growth. Ecclesiastes poetically describes this process when it speaks of the keepers of the house trembling, the hands, and the strong men bowing, the legs. In chapter 12, however, the psalmist reminds us that the righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon. Those who are planted in the house of the Lord will flourish in the courts of our God. Psalm 92:12-13. This powerful image of continuous flourishing, even in old age, contradicts the cultural view that often associates aging only with deterioration. Lewis, in Letters to Malcolm, states that old age has its pleasures, which, though different, are not less real than the pleasures of youth. This recognition of the unique gifts of each stage of life helps us to fully embrace the present moment, without lamenting the past or fearing the future. Aging was meant to be lived in community, not in isolation. Lewis exemplified this through his group of friends, the Inklings, where he shared ideas and received constructive criticism that strengthened his work. In The Four Loves, he writes, "Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art. It has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things that give value to survival." This profound statement reminds us that meaningful human connections are not luxuries, but fundamental necessities, especially as we age. The Book of Ruth presents a beautiful example of intergenerational relationship between Naomi and Ruth, showing how wisdom and loyalty can flow between generations. As Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." We need each other, young and old, to become all that we were created to be. Aging, when embraced with faith and hope, is not a journey of accumulated losses, but of deeper gains. Lewis understood this when he wrote in Mere Christianity. If I find in myself a desire that no experience in this world can satisfy, the most likely explanation is that I was made for another world. This eschatological perspective transforms our understanding of aging. We are not just moving away from youth, we are approaching our true home. As Hebrews 11:13-16 reminds us, we are foreigners and strangers on earth, seeking a better country, that is, a heavenly one. This understanding does not make us indifferent to the present life, but helps us to live it with a more balanced perspective, without idolizing youth or despising old age. Our journey through time is not a straight downward line, but an ascending spiral that brings us ever closer to who we were created to be. In Miracles, Lewis observes that each passing year integrates us a little more into the eternal pattern. This vision invites us to embrace each season of life with gratitude and expectation, trusting that even as our outer self is wasting away, our inner self is being renewed and prepared for the glory to come. As Paul beautifully stated, "Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are producing for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." 2 Corinthians 4:16-17. I invite you to reflect on your own life journey. What precious lessons have you learned through the passage of time? What unique wisdom do you carry that could illuminate the path for others? Share your stories and reflections, for in doing so, we not only enrich each other, but also honor the divine purpose of transforming our experiences into beacons that guide and inspire. As Lewis wrote, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." May this truth inspire us to embrace each new day as an opportunity to grow, serve, and come a little closer to the fullness for which we were created. Now, dear brothers and sisters, I would like to invite each of you to this unique moment of prayer on this beautiful morning. I hope this sermon has been of great help to all. Come, pray with us. O eternal God, who dwells outside of time, and within time sows your purposes, I come to you with silvering hair and a weary body, but with eyes lifted to where eternity touches the soul. In every wrinkle a story told by you. In every pain a reminder that this clay vessel carries an incomparable treasure. I bless you, Lord of the years, for each season has been your instrument to shape me, refine me, draw me closer. You have made aging not a sentence but a sacrament, a visible sign of your invisible work. Even as the flesh bends, the soul rises like a cedar planted in the courts of your temple. O Christ, you who aged without sin, you who learned obedience through what you suffered, teach me to age with holiness, to count the days not by losses accumulated, but by grace poured out, to see in my years not decay, but growth toward glory. Free me from a bitter old age, bound to what time has taken. Give me in return a spirit of eternal youth, capable of marveling, of surrendering, of waiting for the new that you have promised. See, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? Lord, do not let the flame go out, nor let the gaze cloud before the promise. Renew me day by day, for my strength no longer comes from muscles, but from hope, not from agility, but from the certainty that you are with me until the end of the ages. And when the final winter approaches, do not let it be gloomy. Let it be just the portal that leads to the great summer. For you promised, the body sown in weakness will be raised in power, and the soul which has longed for you will find rest at home. Until then, O Father, make me fruitful in the grey season. May my story, bathed by your Spirit, serve as a beacon to the younger, comfort to the afflicted, wisdom to the wanderers. For old age in you is verdant, and the years lived with you are but a preface. Eternity is yet to come, but it already begins here, in your love that does not age. Amen. If you prayed with us, declare your faith and receive the blessings of this prayer by leaving your Amen in the comments. I am confident that God spoke to your heart today and that great things he will do in your life. If this message touched you, share this moment of hope and faith with others. Like, subscribe to the channel, and send this video to friends and family. In doing so, together, we will be fulfilling the call of Jesus in Mark 16:15. Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Thank you for being with us thus far. It is a joy to walk alongside you on this spiritual journey. May the Lord continue to bless you and your family with peace, love, and strength for the days to come.